Hello everyone, I am Nissan. Today I'm going to share with you this topic, establishing your online presence with Google Sites. First of all, this is my trainer profile. I'm a Google Certified Educator for Level 1 and Level 2, and also I am a Google Certified Trainer. So let's look at the learning objective of today's topic. First, I will introduce you about this Google site, and next we will hands-on on how to create Google Sites and how to customize our Google Sites. And next, I will show you some of the Google Site setting, and last, we will publish our Google Sites on the internet. Of course, I will share with you some of the tips on how to promote your site on social media. So, are you ready for our class today? Okay, let us start with first learning objective, which is Introduction to Google Site. What is Google Site? Have you ever heard about Google Sites? So, Google Site actually is a website building platform, and it is an app that is part of Google Workspace. Google Sites is free for everyone with a Google account. So, meaning that if you have your Google account, you can always log in and you will search Google Sites in there. And Google Site is a codeless website building. You doesn't need to have any coding background to do a website. Of course, you can customize your Google Site any way you want for a professional website. And also, one of the features of Google Sites is you can customize the access permission for your user. There are many benefits of using Google Sites to establish your online presence. First, Google Site is easy to use. With its user-friendly interface, we can easily create and manage our website on Google Sites. Google Sites is free, so we can create a website without spending any money. And Google Sites is mobile-friendly. It will automatically optimize for mobile devices. Google Sites also secure and reliable because it's hosted on Google server. The website that made from Google Sites, it is SEO friendly. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, which means that website is more likely to rank higher in search result. Google Sites also integrate with other Google products, for example, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Maps, Google Forms, and other Google products. In Google Sites, we can have these collaboration features. It makes it easier to work on your website as a team or to get feedback from others. And we can customize our Google Sites where it provides a variety of customization options to create a website that match our brand and style. These are the benefits of using Google Sites. After the introduction to Google Sites, next, we are going to learn how to create a Google Sites and how to customize it. To make it easier for our hands-on activity, we will build a professional and informative homepage for your company's website. So now you can draft and think of it. How does your website will be look like? Here are some of the important elements that need to be appear on the website homepage. First of all, you need to have a logo that represents your company. You need to have a navigation so that your user can navigate around this website. You can add in a headline so that it can attract the user of the website. Of course, you can put in some call to action and also social proof, photos and text content for the reference of your user. You can add in a footer so that your user can explore in your website. So next, we are going to hands-on. Are you ready? Let's start on our hands-on. So log on to google.com and type in Google Site. So you will see this Google Sites sign in. You just click inside and you will reach to the Google Sites platform. In Google Sites, they already provided template gallery where you can always find a suitable template to suit with your website. You can always create a new blank website to suit the brand and style of your company. So let's get started by using this, create a blank site. Now you already have an untitled site. So first of all, we need to rename the untitled site. So for example, I want to rename it as my company name. And when we already rename our document name, here the site name will automatically change based on the document title that we already key in. Here is the page title. So in this text box, we can always put in the headline to attract the user of this website. So for example, I want to put a headline like this. You can always resize the text box to suit the length of your text. And you can always edit the font type, font size, font color, and alignment in this tab. And you can always move the text box to the desired position. On your right hand side, there are 3 tabs. The last one is the theme. So you can always choose a theme to suit the brand and style of your website. So for example, I want to choose the theme number 2. And you can always change the color that you want. Of course, if you cannot find any theme that's suitable to your website, to your company brand, you can always customize the theme by yourself. Next, back to this text and the header. So the first image, we call it header. And here we can choose the header type, which is cover, large banner, banner, or title only. So usually I will use banner for the website header. Of course, it is based on your desire. And you can always change the image of this banner. You can change it by upload the image, or you want to select the image online. Of course, in these Google sites, they already have a gallery for you to choose the image that you want. For example, I want to choose this image. I just click it and select, and the image will automatically change. And here we can use this function to remove the readability adjustment, or you want to have it so that the text can be shown clearly on the banner. After we're done with the header, so next we go to the insert, and here we can insert text box, images, embed, drive, or you want to use content blocks to put in image and also its descriptions, or you want to put in another things such as button, divider, social links, or you want to connect to any Google products, you can do it so in insert. So first, after the header, I want to put in some information about our website. So I can always choose the text box, and I can key in the word that I want. And I can resize the text box like this. So next, I'm going to create another text box and put in the information about our company. And I can always resize the text box to suit the place beside the second text box. After that, I can insert a divider to divide it with the next section. After this first section done, so now we go to the second section. So second section, I want to put in my company logo. So how do I do it? I can always insert image. So we click on the insert image, and we can upload it if we have already the design. And we can resize it based on the size that we want. So for example, I want to put it like this way. Of course, you can always crop the image if you want. And next, you want to put in some text here to show the service that you provided in your company. when we put another text box, it will appear to be another section. So what if I want to put everything in one section? So you can always move it, and you can put a spacer under the logo. When it attached together, then you can put the text under the spacer, and you can always resize the spacer. So when you resize the spacer, the logo and the text will follow the size together because everything are grouped together. So now you will discover that the logo, the spacer, and the text will be in only one section. So if I want to put another things beside this group of element, I can always put another spacer and resize it to be thin and long and move it around here. So now we can have another spacer beside the logo and the text. So in this section, we can put other things, for example, the image or the service by using text in this space. For example, I want to show them the services that our company provided, so I can use a text box and move the text box in between here. And I can key in the services that we have provided. So for example, I want to insert the image to represent the service that we have provided. So I can always go to the images and use select. I select the image by using the link. And if you have the URL or the link of the image, you can always paste it here and insert the image. The image will be automatically shown on your site, and you can always move it around. You can always resize the image based on your suitability. And of course, you can add more picture to make your website looks attractive. For example, I want to insert another image by using select also, and I can select using link and insert the image. Of course, if you have your own image, you can always upload the image by using image upload. After this section, I want to put another divider to separate the section, and here I can always do another things, which is I want to add a footer. So inside the footer, what we need to have is we can put in our social media links, or you want to put the navigation of our website page, is up to you. Well, I want to have our services. And at the bottom, we can have the services that we have provided, and we can adjust the alignment of all these tags. You can always make it underline, or you want to make it link to the page that you want. It's up to you. Because we don't have any pages now, so we can do it afterwards. And also we can resize this text box so that we can put in other things in this space. Now we want to put in some social links so that people can follow us on our social media. So how we're going to do that is we go to insert and social links. Here you can always choose the image. For example, you want people to follow you on Facebook. You can always select, and you can go to Google Image to search for the image that you want. For example, I want to search for Facebook logo. After we have the logo and insert, so a logo will appear in this box. And of course, you can put in the link of your social media link. Next, Maybe you have another one, social media, which is Instagram. You can always do the same thing like just now. Go to image, go to Google image, and you can search for the Instagram logo. After that, insert the link of your Instagram social media link. After we have done this, we can always click insert. So the social media logo will be shown here. We can always move it in the footer so that people can find us easily. So on top of this one, I can add another text box, which is follow us on. Resize the text box and move it up on top of the social media link. And that's it. So after we already create our Google Sites and also we already complete our home page, next, how do we add pages in our sites? It is easy. Go to your right hand side. On top of the tab, we will see pages. So now we have one home page. We can always add another page by clicking this add new page. So what we're going to do with another page, for example, I want to have this contact us. After you rename the page, then we click done. So in this contact us page, you can always redo again for the header and also the image. And in the content, you can always insert a Google form for people to share with you their message or their information. For example, I want to insert a Google form. And the Google form will automatically appear in this page. For example, this is get in touch. Feel free to drop us a line below. So we have name, email, and message. You can always do this in your Google site. Of course, you need to create a Google form first before you can attach this in your Google sites. You can add in a spacer here so that you can insert your contact number, your location of your company beside the Google form. Of course, these designs are based on your creativity, so you can always design freely for your website. You already know how to create your Google Sites and how to design for your Google Sites. Next, I will share with you some of the Google Site settings to make your website more inclusive. Back to our Google Sites. On top here, you will see a gear icon which named Settings. In Setting, first thing we will see is Navigation. Navigation is where our page shown. So we can make it on top or you make it sides. So you can choose either one. And of course, we can choose the color. Either we want transparent, white or black. So I would prefer to make it top and also the color is transparent. Next, you can put in a brand images. For example, you have your logo of your company, so you can always upload the logo in this website. So for example, I already have my logo and I uploaded it in here. And next, favicon. What is favicon? Favicon actually is the logo that show on the tab. Okay, for example, we have this website because we still in Google site. So Google site have their favicon here to show you are now in Google Sites. So when I want to have my own website, I can always upload or create a favicon for my website. For example, I want to put it as my company logo. So I can upload the same thing. And next, viewer tools. So you can have this info icon for your user. You can always customize your domain so that to make your site easier to remember. and you can connect with Google Analytics so that you can get insights and metrics on usage of your website. And we can do for an announcement banner. What is announcement banner? For example, you have event running within 1 week for your company. So you can always create an announcement banner in your website so that when the user log onto your website, they can get awareness of your event. So for example, I want to show a banner and I can choose the banner color. For example, I want to make it yellow. And I can put some announcement here. For example, YouTube Live is on. Okay, YouTube Live is on now, for example, and I can put a button label. Okay, join us now. And you can put in the link of the YouTube Live that your companies are running right now. Or if you have event, you can always put in the event link here so that when the user click on the button, they can directly go inside the event. For example, I want to put it as like this. And do you want them to open when they click on this button? Do you want them to open in a new tab? If yes, just tick this one. And you want to show this button banner in where? Homepage only or all pages? You can always choose. So for example, I want it to show on all pages. After done, I just cross this one, and now you will see the announcement banner is right here on top of the website. Now let us preview of our website. So how to preview? On top here you will see an icon with a laptop and a mobile phone with the name preview. So when you click on this icon, this is a preview site of your website. So here you can always have this phone. So when we resize to a phone, this Google Sites will automatically optimize the content that will show in the phone, or it will optimize automatically in tablet or computer. So the navigation, because I already set it on top, so you will see the navigation actually is on top here. So when I click, it will show the home page of my website. After we already satisfied with the design of our Google Sites, now we can back to the edit mode where we can click on the cross to exit the preview. And now we can start publishing our site. So how to do it? On top right of this Google site, you will see a button publish. So when you click on this publish, it will show a notification for you. So you need to key in your web address. So the web address for my Google site, I want it to be my company name. So this will be the address for our Google site if we use the name of this. But if the name already taken, that will tell you this name already been taken, so you need to recreate another name for your website. And here, who can see my website? Who can view my website? So you can manage the viewer access permission. So for example, I want to restrict the draft. For example, I have my team to work with me together on this website. So I can add in their email to open the access permission for them as an editor. And I can publish the site on public, or I can put it as a restricted, which means only the people with the link can view your website, or you want to remove the link. So usually for company website, we will put it as public, so the user on the internet can always find us. So after we're done for the setting, we click it done, and you can always publish your website. So once you're already ready, so you can always click publish, and your site will be published on the web, and you can always view your published site here. So we have the options beside the publish button. You can always see the publish setting or review changes and publish, or you can directly view the publish site on these options, or you can make it unpublished for your Google site. So now you already learned how to create and how to customize your Google sites, and you already learned how to publish your Google sites online. Next, I'm going to share with you some tips on how to promote your sites on social media. Okay, so let's look at the first tips. We need to create a social media profiles for your Google sites. Why? Because this will give you a center place to share your content and connect with your audience. Make sure to include a link to your Google sites in your bio. For example, Foodpanda. You can find Foodpanda Facebook page on this Facebook platform, and also you can find the website of Foodpanda in their intro. Next, always share your Google Sites content on social media regularly. For example, you have your articles or your blogspot posts, your infographics, your videos, or anything else that you updated in your Google Sites. You can always share the link in your social media platform. Be sure to use eye-catching images and write engaging captions to attract the reader or the viewer. Next, use relevant hashtags. Hashtags are the great way to get your content seen by more people. When you share your Google Sites content on social media, be sure to include relevant hashtags that your target audience is likely to search for. And you can run social media contests and giveaways. This is a great way to generate excitement and engagement around your Google site. Be sure to promote your contest or giveaway on your social media profiles and encourage your followers to share it with their friends. And always engage with your audience. Social media is all about two-way communications. Respond to comments and questions from your followers and participate in relevant conversation. This will help you to build relationships with your audience and make them more likely to visit to your Google Sites. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something from my class, from this section. So we will see you next time. Bye bye, and thank you so much for your participation.